That's a mighty fat El Salvador. Hey, I'm FeedBackGaming, and this is Hearts of Iron 4 again. Back in July 2016, I launched my first successful YouTube series, and it was Argentina vs USA. Seeing as we're on the nostalgia train, let's recreate that series. Single player, new game, 1936, other countries, Argentina. Let's go. The concept is simple. We start as Argentina and we slowly make our way north by occupying more and more countries until eventually we can take out the United States when we've got powerful enough. One of the biggest obstacles is lack of manpower. Aside from that though, you've got a lot of tungsten, nice amount of steel, and a decent amount of oil too. Recreating a series one for one is boring. We need to put a twist on it. So let's fire a secret event. Press the teal key, which is below escape and above tab. Event space WTT_Germany.004. Enter. Your ruling party has been changed to the UNF. Elections will not be held. Ooh. Senior Hilter will become the new leader, and you get a bunch of bonuses. Explanation time. Why didn't I fire that event with a console command? Why didn't I just do it legitimately? There are 4 events in Hearts of Iron 4 that I'm familiar with that are very rare, and they'll need a set number of conditions to be able to fire them. In this case, to get Senior Hilter as your leader, you need Germany to go for this focus, and then the Kaiser, the non-aligned faction of Germany, needs to take Berlin. Then an event will fire. There is a 1 in 200 chance that the leader of Germany will flee to Argentina, and then Argentina will get an event. So right now what I'm doing is impossible to do in vanilla Hearts of Iron 4 without a console command. But today we're going to have some fun. That's right, we have fun on this channel sometimes. If you would like to know more console commands and a way you can use them in Hearts of Iron 4, click on the eye in the top right and then click this video. Before, I said there was 4 events that are secret and hidden and are very rare to fire. One of them is the United States something. One of them is the UK and something. And another one is between the UK and France. Does anyone know what those events are? Comment below. If you wanted to do this legitimately with Iron Man, feel free. The only thing you would do differently is you get 150 political power, and then you would hire the demagogue, and then you would flip to that ideology, and that way you can start justifying. But with this, I get the ability to justify early on, and I get a little bit more extra PP. Let's have a look what we've got. We have 8 divisions. All of them are half strength, small mountaineer, big horse, and a decent sized infantry division. I showed you how to play a minor nation and take advantage of that in my previous video that you want to check out by clicking on the eye in the top right. I played as Portugal, and I showed you how to play a minor power and take it from nothing to a major on the world stage. And this video is going to be very similar. A lot like Portugal, Argentina has a lot of tungsten, so we're going to take advantage of that. Artillery is the way forward. But not only that, they've also got quite a lot of fuel. We might go for SPGs, and we might also incorporate a little bit more planes. Our navy's not too bad either. We've got 5 capital ships, 3 heavy cruisers, and 2 battleships. Not too bad. And we have 1 admiral, a chief engineer. He'll do for now. First focus we're going to go for is political effort. We've got 3 military factories and 12 civilian factories, which is not too bad. Go for an additional 4 to begin with. We only have 1 naval dockyard. So what I'll do is I'll produce a bunch of submarines, and we will produce 20 of those, and then we'll switch out to convoys. Regarding aircraft, we'll go for close air support, a single artillery, and the rest into guns. That's perfect. And to make this a little bit more difficult and a little bit more challenging, let's go for mobile warfare. If you want to keep things easy, my advice is go for superior firepower. And the next focus we're going to go for is basic machine tools. So one of our main priorities is going to be to get these 2 extra research slots. That is very, very important. Let's go. A popular question that's probably going to crop up is, how are you going to take out other nations in South America? They're all guaranteed by the United States. How are you going to do that, Dave? Well, click on the eye in the top right and check out this video, which explains how American guarantees work. We've got 2 generals. We have an urban assault specialist and a fortress buster. I think what I'm going to do is get a new commander, and he's reckless. Oh, I like him already. We're going to go with you, Ramen, which I'll refer to his nickname as Noodle. And we'll assign him with the field marshal, which is a good field marshal too, because he's got 4 attack. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to train a bunch of small divisions. The smallest division we've got is the mountaineer. So train 4 of these, because that's the max we can do. Give equipment to them first, and then we'll deploy them as quickly as we can. We just want mass numbers of divisions. And we're going to start by justifying on Chile. Santiago, go. All right, political effort's done. And now we need to work down our industry because we need to get those research slots. We're going to jump on to free trade, and when we have the political power, we'll go for war economy. Senor Hilter denounces Chilean ideals, and he also questions their sovereignty immediately afterwards. Most of the victory points for Chile are here and in their capital. That's it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to flood them with divisions. And because they've got such a long front line and only 4 divisions, we should be able to flood their front lines and just encircle all their divisions without much of a fight. That's the plan anyway. Right, I'm going to queue up some military factories just behind them. So 1 and 2. We're going to go for disperse industry because we have a dream one day we're going to become a big boy. Now we're going to work down the construction efforts. We're going to deploy these divisions, and we need to deploy them even if they're half strength. It doesn't matter. Go. Got 150 political power. We're going to go for war economy. The minute these divisions get to 20% trained, we instantly deploy them. And we're going to now work on construction. There we go. All the divisions are deployed now, and we just need to make sure that we have 1 division on each of the tiles of the front line. All right, we've got some planes here. We'll make a 50 air wing, and we'll pop you guys here. And we'll put them on pilot exercises. We've got the fuel so we can maintain this. And saying that as well, we can actually do some naval exercises as well. We can do this for 100 days. Perfect. We'll also exercise our ground troops as well. Kind of difficult to gain XP when you're so low strength, but a little bit of XP will go a long way. So for now, we're just going to go for a military theorist. Right. Justification is complete. So now straight away, we're going to start justifying on Uruguay. Boom. And now we'll stop exercising and we'll wait a few days and then we'll go. The plan right now is just to straight up encircle them in every possible position. Push forward every division. Take every free tile. Perfect. We've encircled the north and we've also encircled the capital. Now we're going to push directly into them. Might be a bit of a struggle because they've probably got more firepower and they're one of those annoying countries that have got their capital in hills or mountains. It is a bit of a pain, but we'll break them eventually. Right, we've taken the north. Just got to take the capital now and I'm almost broken. Didn't even bother using the air force. Didn't even need to. Right now, they look like they're difficult to break, which is true. They are difficult to break. It's because they've got lots of defense and they're sitting in hills and they've got entrenchment. But they're encircled, so there's over that big penalty. And plus, there's nowhere they can go. So they'll just keep deorging if we keep attacking them over and over and over again. So eventually, they will break. This is the final push. Looks like it. And rip. Take all states. Done. Move all our forces over to Uruguay. And what we're going to do is we're going to glitch the AI by allowing them to move into our territory to begin with. We'll move them all here in the plains. And we want them to jump over the river. We push into them. We deorg them. And then we take their capital. Easy. We're going to work towards radio now. And we're also going to go for interwar artillery. This is a recap on the production. A little bit of artillery just to get max production efficiency. A little bit of close air support just to do a little bit of damage in the air. And, of course, we're focusing on making lots of guns just to make up for the deficit. Right, we've got our research slot now. We can't go for the second one until we're at 50 factories. We're currently at 26, so we're just over halfway. So we'll work on getting some more civies as well as more militaries. Go. With the new research slot, we're going to go for a Great War Tank. And we're also going to go for Tank Designer. All right, Uruguay is done. Bolivia is next. Declare. There they go. They march forward immediately. We set an aggressive front line. We do a staff office plan. Get the planning bonus. We let them move forward. And then we go. Get out of the way. Currently, they only have 5 maximum number of divisions. So right now, we just look for the gaps in the front line and we just push our way in. Hello. And we've arrived. Damn, that was easy. All right, next we're going to go for Bolivia. And it is a problem because they have a lot of mountains. The south is a little bit easier to push into because these 2 tiles are desert and they currently have 4 to 5 divisions. So pretty much all the divisions are currently on the front line. So the best advice I can give you is to push into these desert tiles and hopefully get a break where you can continuously keep pushing them into the mountains. That's the plan. Okay, slight detour. We're going to go for secret weapons. This gives 4 boosts for electronics. If you look here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting with FeedBackGaming. We're going to rush for improved artillery and we're going to go for the artillery designer. Right, we've got guns now, so we can convert the horse into infantry, and we can add artillery onto the infantry and add an extra battalion. And we'll also break them off and exercise them, so we don't exercise the full army, because that means we're going to be burning guns when we need those guns. Okay, the whole army now is trained to level 3. Secret weapons. Electronics. Going to assign a few more onto artillery just so we can have some excess in the stockpile. Then we can assign artilleries directly onto the infantry just to give them more soft attack. We're also going to go for the army offense expert. Going to send 2,000 guns to Japan purely and solely for the XP. 2,000 once and 1 artillery per month. Also, I'm going to send an attaché to them too. Opinion is too low, so we have to boost relations for probably a week. There we go. The objective here is to grind as much XP so we can rush through our doctrine techs as quickly as we can. As you can see, it's going up pretty quick. A few more artillery again. Need to get as much artillery as I can early on. And what we'll do is add on an extra battalion. 23 combat width. The new meta, light tank 2. We'll start making light tank 1s now. It's unlikely we'll use light tank 1s, but we can convert them into SPG 2s. Slight change of plan. I'm going to grab 3 of these divisions and just pop them here, just to avoid getting completely encircled. Because they have got 11 divisions, so it is possible. And they should be able to hold for a decent amount of time. Okay, justification on Bolivia is done. Yes, Brazil. All right, here we go. Declare. Make sure we're on balance. And go. Make sure we've got our air force into position. It's going to be difficult because they're out of range. Oh, wait, no, we have an airport here. And go for more air crews. We initially have a break. And now we're pushing further north. So hopefully if we push over the desert, like immediately, we can grab their capital. It looks like they're not contending us in the south, so we'll just open the front line up. We've got air superiority 2. We're just pushing back this one division that's really dug into the mountain. You can't actually see it, but there's a lake right there. Right there. You can't go from here to here. You kind of have to go around, which is slightly annoying. Okay, we reached a roadblock here, and we can't push anymore. So what I'm going to do is get back into position and do a staff office plan and just push from there. Got 51 factories, so we can go for the second research slot, which we can use that to go for more industry. Right, we're making gains here, and there might be an opportunity to make an encirclement, hopefully. I'm going to make this division a little bigger. Extra battalion of artillery. Go. And I don't know why they're spreading out, so we need to tell them to push into here, which is slightly annoying because we're going to decay our planning bonus like 3 or 4 times as quickly. Not happy about that, but it looks like we should be able to break this guy. Right, we're going to go for SPG 2 now. And there we go, we've broken them across. And hopefully we'll get an encirclement now. Is it possible? Can we do it? There we go. And now we can close these divisions. These divisions are a little bit deorganized from the attack, so we push into them and instantly repel them. We're just encircling their entire army now. The Mountaineers need a front line to build planning bonus, therefore we can attack from the entirety of the front line. We're having steel problems. So we're going to ask our buddy, the United States, for help. Yeah, that's right, our buddy. All right, SPG 2 has finished. So we go for SPG and we tell them to convert from the old stockpile. Going to make sure we push into different locations. Here, here, and here, and here. And we get an encirclement on their capital. Right, there's nowhere for us to build now. Nowhere. So we can build infrastructure, which will go for Santiago due to the extra steel. And we'll also start producing light tank 2s too. We'll just assign 1 military factory for now. We'll go for 2. There we go. And we'll also continue our doctrines, which can go for the boost now. And we can also get more boosts by going for army effort, which we'll do that now too. We're also going to rush for disperse 3 because we need building slots desperately. We have a problem, Houston, but we have to attack when we're ready. We can't just blindly declare. We're losing a lot of manpower, so we're going to have to go for extensive. I think it's about time, too, we got some better guns. Right, we're going to work toward militarism now and military youth, so we can get the extra recruitable pop. We're also going to go for Prince of Terror, which gives a little bit extra non-core manpower. Only a tiny bit, but it'll go a long way. Go. Oh, thank goodness we finally broke them. Awesome. So right now you can see that I've rushed all the electronics because I want to get all the research bonuses. And I've spent all my bonuses for going down that tech path. This guy should be a mountaineer, shouldn't he? Oh, only halfway. And I've also gone for infantry expert because it's a no-brainer. 10% attack is very good. We do have a division here that's a tank one. So what we could do is add on you. Go for horses. Take 2 of you off. Definitely support artillery. And another horse, maybe? Another horse, and then another horse. There we go. Tank division on a budget. We need at least 3. Right, we finally got this around. Stay there. Stay there, you. And then the minute we're done, we attack them. Now, what will happen now is they'll eventually deorg because they can't run away. So eventually, when they hit 0 organization, they vaporize. Get out of here! Ooh, they really caused me a lot of problems. All right, my justification on Brazil is finally done. 16 to 36 divisions. Okay. I'm going to put you guys here. The Mountaineers will, funnily enough, sit in the mountains. And we're going to have a few divisions here. And hopefully push and maybe trying to encircle here. That is the plan. I've deployed my tank divisions. I'll stick those directly on the front line. Go. And we're going to initially push straight away to see if we can get a break anywhere. And we can. Is it the horses? Did the horses break that? I don't know, and I don't care. Let's just get across this line. So now we've made a break here, and we've got over the river. I'm immediately pushing with my tank divisions to try and get some encirclements. I ideally want to take out some of their divisions. Oh, naval invasion, you say? They have actually successfully landed too, which is mighty frustrating. So the good news is we managed to make an encirclement here, which is, for the most part, glorious. The downside is we have lost our capital. Also, the good news is if they choose to back out here, we can convoy raid them. Right, we're going to grab our horse divisions. Now we've made our encirclements and send them south. And we can just clean up this mess. This is all good in the long run because we get to encircle a bunch of free divisions. So this is really in our favor. Good. We're here now. Push, push, push. Encircle our own capital. That's right. I can't believe I'm saying that. And there we go. Clean them up. Easy peasy. Good. All right. We're going to go back north now. And we're going to attempt to make some more encirclements. So this is the plan. 4 divisions to break 5 here. Are the tank divisions strong enough? Are they good enough? Support attack from the rear. Can they do it? Yes. 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 Ooh, yes. Ooh, boy. Oh, just like a knife through butter. That is glorious. And then we're going to break this guy in the mountain because there's only 1 division. And hopefully it should be enough. And we'll push this guy north too. He might be able to just pin this guy. Oh, 2 divisions now. Oh, they're reinforcing. Can we break them quick enough? And there we go. We did it. 6 divisions. That is pretty good. I have a lot of divisions here, so I have to be aware that those little encirclements is going to make a big difference on the front line. Okay, just a few adjustments to our production, just so we're making enough tanks as well as enough SPGs. Artillery seems to be pretty good right now. And then close air support and infantry equipment all looking pretty ship-shape. AI is attempting to attack. This is a good time for me to counterattack. So straight away, I push over here, rub them against the border of Paraguay, and encircle 6 divisions. That's the plan. Right. Perfect. Push you guys in, clear them out. Good to go. Now these divisions here are deorged. We can just break them immediately. Also, what I'd like to do is probably make these divisions just a little bit bigger. So an extra light tank for extra armor, SPGs for the extra attack, and a few more horses. Yeah, that looks good. As I move further north, we'll move our air force up too, just to make sure we get the most air coverage. Any planes in reserve? They should be in active combat. Go, go, go. Another encirclement. Another small one, but every little helps. Right now, we're in a position to make another push, hopefully for encirclement around these southern cities of Brazil. And it looks like free pickings. Looks like it is. 3 divisions in the south. Now we can push for Rio. Looks like there's 6 divisions here, so we're going to have to get an encirclement. There we go. Got troops to the north of Rio. Got 1 guy here, which we're just going to keep. And then we encircle and push in. Would this be enough firepower to break? Yes. I don't want them to escape, so I'm going to grab my fleet, grab my subs, and put the subs specifically on convoy raiding here and here. You can't run away. And there you go. Now they're going to convoy raid here. 77%. That'll do. Always looking for those small encirclements. They make a big difference anyway. We can just crack into their front line to eventually reach the point where they can't hold their front. Right, they're totally broken now. 20 divisions. They're not going to push anymore here now. I think we'll push with the main infantry force now. There you go, breaking them. In that case, we'll focus on light tanks for now. Right, I'm just going to push for the victory points now. They're exposed. There we go. RIP! Right, this is my construction. Put all the infrastructure to the bottom, making 4 military factories as usual. And then this is the progress that we're making. We have so many military factories right now. What we can do is probably go for the 40 width for the infantry, so they've got lots of attack power. And we'll make those regulars and the mountaineers reserves. Yep, we've got enough guns to do that. Perfect. All right, I'm not really liking my armor division to look like a horse, so we're going to go for the shark. And I don't want it to be a horse for the model either. I want it to be it looks like a German tank. Yes, save. Train another 2 of those, and we'll just sit tight for the time being. So ideally right now, I should be building infrastructure in the Amazon. I can't just push through the mountains of Peru. It's just not worthwhile, so I'm going to go for that and that. 2 times over, and then we'll focus on that for now. I'm going to go for construction engineering, because I just want to make that infrastructure nice and quick. Right now, we've got the 22 infrastructure in the Amazon. That's better, but not perfect. It goes from 113 to 89 to 56, 22. So the problem is here. I've decided we're going to go for Venezuela. It's reached 100 world tension now, so it's very likely they'll join one of the factions. But we'll see. I just realized that I could actually join the Axis, but not participate in their wars. Yeah, let's do that. And then what I can do now is go for... we need to be at war. I thought I could glitch it, but I can't. But I could go for technology sharing. Does that work? Yes, technology sharing. 50% boost. Yes. Okay, let's make some more submarines, some more bathtubs. We've got 300 convoys now, so that's more than enough. Now we can go for logistics with a 40% boost because of Germany, Italy, Vichy France, and Hungary. Let's start making motorized. We'll just make a handful to begin with. We've got oil, and we've also got rubber, so we should be able to mass produce them pretty quickly. To give the Axis a little advantage at sea, I'm going to go for the classic sub-strategy for a change. Not like I've done that strategy before, right? I don't usually do this too, but I'm going to go for promises of peace. Because there's lots of ways I can get war propaganda to actually boost my war support again. So we're going to promise the world that we'll stay at peace for now. Okay, we've got 75 supply now in the Amazon. That is some big bulldozing of that jungle, right? So we can move our full army into position directly into the north, even through the mountains. Never mind the Ardennes forest, guys. We're going to plow our tanks through the mountains, okay? We're going to take it one step beyond. 48 of 82. That is amazing to say that's the Amazon. Amazing. Right, it's important when we declare on this war that we don't call the allies. Don't call your allies. Oh my goodness, don't do that. That'll be a disaster. All right, we're going to push with the infantry. I think they'll probably have more joy. And then right behind them, we'll push with the tanks. Maybe. Seem to be struggling with enough firepower to actually break them. Okay, we're going to have to try the lure strategy. This is just not working. You guys to go here, and you guys are going to have to go here. Everyone pull back. The plan here is like before when I took out Brazil, is to wait for the AI to push forward, and they are very reluctant to do so. It's like they almost know. Ah, there we go. You're moving. Good boy. All right, you guys are in position here. Push. Staff office plan. You guys go here, in position, go. Okay, another push. 81%. Terrain, night, river crossing. 64% penalty because of the river? Are you joking me? Okay, we literally... Oh, man, this is depressing. Okay, well, there's lessons being learned, guys. If you ever should try this strategy, you're going to learn the hard lessons that I'm currently learning right now, okay? Watch my failure, and it will be your success. All right, let's see if we can break this one division here. Aha! We can do it now. The 50% penalty, but no river. Maybe we'll be able to push the southern tip, and then we push into you guys. Oh my god, look at the strength of the divisions. Okay, let them push into the Amazon, let them take attrition, and let them come to us. The AI will always push forward at every opportunity. That was an overrun. I don't know how that happened. I'm not complaining, because this seems to have turned the tide of the war, and we'll start justifying Colombia. 160 days. I'm going to be aggressive with the infantry now. Right, it was that easy. So the law strategy works surprisingly well, even now. All right, we found a little corridor to sneak through. When we get into the plains here, it's a definite win. All right, I've run out of fuel, so I'm going to turn off my planes. Fuel consumption now is from the army. Oh, it's the tanks. Okay. Which is not the end of the world. All it does is it reduces the speed of the divisions down, which doesn't affect their fighting capabilities. So I'm okay with that. There we go. Venezuela, at long last. Get out of here. Now we've got a beautiful platform to push Colombia. Yeah, I think it's going to be best just to surround them and pin every single division to prevent them from defending their capital. Trust me, we don't want them to defend the capital. We don't want a replay of Bolivia, please. No, I'm still having nightmares over that. One thing to know is I don't have engineers, and engineers give a bonus when attacking over rivers. So that might have been worthwhile. Right, I made a decision that we're just going to go for desperate defense now. There's going to be a situation where we're going to drain a lot of manpower really freaking quickly. And I think we need to be prepared for that. Right now, we're at 12% recruitable. And that's with militarism, military youth, and extensive conscription. And currently, in the field, we have 500,000 manpower. Aha! What do we have here? The United States has declared on me. Oh, boy. Okay, so we need to start convoy raiding. First of all, we're going to go here. We'll just go in all the key places. They always go through here, so that's fine. Right, we need to knock out Colombia as quick as we can. Going to be aggressive. Push into them here. The good news is we've secured all the ports of Colombia, so they can't reinforce. That means we're not going to be fighting American divisions and British divisions in Colombia, so we can slowly and truly break them down. The bad news is they've got divisions flooding in from here, the little Dutch island. We're also going to have to deal with these as well in the back line. Oh my god, I think we're actually going to break their capital. Okay, never mind. Okay, I think we've got this. All right, what we desperately need to do now is we can't compete with them in the air, so we need AA. We need to start researching that immediately. All right, we got rid of Colombia. Easy peasy. And it'd probably be a good idea to make a few horse divisions as well. We'll train 32 of those just for suppression purposes. Okay, let's sort this situation out now. So our main artillery army goes here, and the tank army can go here. Actually, we'll have a few bit of artillery that'll go here too, just to hold this front. Oof, 15 divisions here. Try and break the mountains first. Ideally, we'll just swoop around the back of them and maybe encircle these divisions. They're reinforcing a lot of troops. We're taking a lot of losses too. Okay, we've kind of broken them. Oh no, they've all run away. Okay, can we just keep pushing through? I've all broken through and... Oh! Is this class as an encirclement? I'm not certain. Because if we can de-org them and actually encircle them here, that would be amazing. I think it is. Unless they're escaping. I don't know. It doesn't matter. As long as we get them off this island, I'm happy. And also, what we can go for now, too, is technology sharing for the final research slot. Alright, let's add the AA onto the tanks. Actually, there's no point. We'll just add it onto everything. New general. Ooh, I love his mustache. He is going to be our suppression dude. Panama, justification. 10 days. Okay, so now we need to push through the center of the Americas. Justifications are only going to be about a month for each. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll prepare here and then push Guatemala. And then we'll be bordering the Allies. And that's when it will get really rough. Just an update on what I'm producing here. So we're building infrastructure. We're trying to get infrastructure in each supply zone to be at least 100. So we're building up here and building up in the Panama Canal just to make sure supply goes smoothly from the capital up the Americas. And also building naval dockyards just so I can pump out more submarines as a distraction. Get 3 divisions at sea, which is always cost effective. Just creeping through Central America here, country by country. Each of them join the Allies. But they're easy to punch through because they don't have any allied troops in them, so they just easily get brushed aside. And here we are. We're so close to the enemy now. So close. That's the difference between the borders. So now we need to be super prepared. So we'll get all of our artillery divisions moved forward. And we're back. What has changed? We have gone on a crazy convoy hunting adventure with lots and lots of submarines for a change, right? And this is what we've got. It looks to me, on hindsight, that Submarine 3 is the sweet spot. If you look really closely, overall, the Sub 3 is the best submarine of them all. The only instance you want to go for Sub 1s is if you're on a budget, because it's 1 steel. Where Sub 4s are just ridiculously expensive. So it seems like Sub 3s are the sweet spot. Gone for the Research 2, extra damage, and less visibility. We've also got an awesome Admiral 2 who's got all those traits as well. Attack, less visibility, higher hit chance, less visibility. You get the idea. And we're doing havoc to the Allies' convoys. The USA, on the other hand, practically no convoys. 44 for Mexico. They're in a really bad way. Also, we've been building naval dockyards and more civilian factories. The goal is to be able to import more. So more civilian factories translates directly into more steel and more chromium imports. But even we can't keep up with the demand. Why? Because we're making modern tanks, and they're very, very expensive. 3 steel and 4 chromium, just brutally expensive. And the production penalty is 68%. We've reached the point now that we've got subs in reserve, and we managed to get 8 task forces. So what I'll do now is up the risk to high risk, and then we'll start intercepting screens. And this, 11. And this, and definitely this. You get the idea. All right, Guatemala, it's time. Whoosh. Slightly annoying, but El Salvador's taken the land in front of us, and they're in the Japanese faction. Soviet Union has been eaten. El Salvador has taken all the land, and they're in a different faction than me. Never mind, we're making progress, even though the supply is really low. Good job we went for the logistics, isn't it? All right, go. Push. Just draw a front line with all the divisions, and just push. America isn't looking too good. 145 divisions, 3 convoys. And they've lost maybe about a third of their navy. Okay, let's start convoy raiding the British Isles. Let's see what level of destruction we can pull off here. This will open up a naval invasion attempt by the Axis, so this will let the war come to an actual end. It's working. Looks like the end of the UK. The UK is ripped. All right, we punched through Mexico. Let's finish off America, and then we're done. Yep, they're the only majors left. Let's end this. UK's gone. Ireland's gone. A little bit of South Africa left. All that's left now is Canada and the United States. USA's taken over the Allies now. It's a lovely shade of blue. That's a mighty fat El Salvador. They really should thank me. Wow. Spain's landed in Nova Scotia. It's the final push. The end. Okay, what can I take? I'm just gonna grab all of South America. All of it. Oh, they're taking the Falklands! Why? Oh, well. Okay, I'm gonna have to take the South Georgia Islands, though. Well, that makes me sad. The liberation of Paris. Wow. What a mess. I managed to get, Louisiana. Tried to get those, I failed. Tried to get that, I failed. Tried to get that, I failed. But this is it. The Argentine League. The axis of the world. Guys, if you enjoyed this series, don't forget to subscribe. And if you don't hit the bell, it's like your subscription means absolutely nothing. I hope you have an absolutely awesome day, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. And at some point I could cancel my non-aggression pact and declare and take the Falklands.